My brother came back from the deli with a handful of comics.
And from that moment, I was hooked. I mean, it's a soap opera, it's an adventure.
It's really pop art for everyone.
The mission of the Toonseum is to educate the public on the cartoon art form in all its mediums and genres and the artists behind it. We're really a museum about process. We want to show you that you know the characters. These characters are icons who have been with us for generations. What you may not realize is the hundreds of artists and creative people who go into bringing these characters to life. Whether it be comic books, comic strips, animation, editorial cartoons, there's an artist and an artistry behind the cartoons.
I think what people really, really love is having a place, a physical place to come to and to enjoy something and to carry on a dialogue with others who are interested in what you're interested in. Because the Toonseum is a place where people can come, they can look at comic art, they can communicate with people who enjoy comic art, they can come here and meet artists, they can take classes, they can take workshops in how to become a cartoon artist, just to enjoy art in general.
As an arts organization, the Toonseum is uniquely positioned as only one of 3 in the entire country to celebrate the comic arts. And comics were late to the game being recognized by museums. But to have a dedicated museum here in Pittsburgh to celebrate these arts is just a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I love the Toonseum. I think it's great that it exists, first of all. I think it's even more great that it exists here in Pittsburgh. It's become sort of one of the hubs for the local comics creating community.
I really just love the idea behind the museum. It's an interesting place for people to see. It's very unique in that we're kind of less hands-off and more hands-on, and that you can really interact with people involved with it, and you can learn about a medium that you really only saw in the newspaper funnies.
The Toonseum has been, I think, just a remarkable resource for Pittsburgh itself. This has always been a good comic city. There's always been a lot of stores, a really strong fan community. And I see the Toonseum as just another piece of that, bringing it all together. It's been a great resource for the class I'm teaching. I think just this place, to show the general populace that there's more to cartoons and comics than I think most of them are aware of, has been great.
The Toonseum is a situation who we've been waiting for a long time. Comics is getting, in general, is getting the recognition it deserves as a reflection and as a standard bearer of culture and society through the years. In the same way that our society and our moment is reflected in popular culture such as television or radio or stand-up comedy, it's also reflected in comics, in the newspaper strips, in the cartoons, in the political cartoons, of course, and in comic books. Everything is a product of its time, of the time it was created in. And institutions like the Toonseum help us to remember that and see comics as a whole as a mass market communication form that reflects us as a society.
We do comic book shows up and down this East Coast, and everybody, whenever we say we're from Pittsburgh, they mention the Toonseum before anything else. And we're extremely lucky, and I'm very privileged to be a part of it and be able to visit it whenever I want.
We started as a small gallery, became a larger gallery, and our hope is for continued expansion, just to be able to bring more of this wonderful art form to the public. It's been a great experience. We have all sorts of people come by to visit us. We get a lot of tourists, and people are really excited to see the Toonseum here in Pittsburgh. And we have a lot of field trips who come visit, and we do classroom workshops and events here, and screenings and lecture series, and with all of that, it's our hope to be able to provide a space that becomes sort of almost a center for media arts. focus primarily on comics and cartoons, but cartoons are one of the things that provide access to so many other art forms. And so it's our hope to continue to explore that, to educate the public further on all the different genres and mediums surrounding cartoons, and just to continue to grow and provide a home for comics and cartoons in the city of Pittsburgh.